Hello everyone. So we are here again with a quiz on Indian economy 1950 to 1990. This is the second part of the quiz. So let us see how many of you are able to give the answer. First question, choose the correct alternative. Identify the economy in which the means of production are used to promote social welfare, mixed economy, capitalist economy, socialist economy, developed economy. So the correct answer is socialist economy. Let's move to the next question. Choose the correct alternative. Land reforms primarily refers to, you have to choose among the following. A, fixing the maximum size of land which could be owned by individual. B, change in the ownership of land holdings. C, use of new technology in agricultural sector. And D, abolition of intermediaries. So the correct answer is B part, change in ownership of land holdings. Now let's move to the next question. Choose the correct alternative. About 65% of the country's population continued to be employed in agriculture even as late as 1990s. Why was such a large proportion of the population engaged in agriculture, although agricultural output could have grown with much less people working in this section? Choose the correct alternative. First is, people voluntarily prefer to work on agricultural farms. Second, because of rampant poverty, most of the people dependent on agriculture only for their livelihood. C part, the agricultural sector and service sector did not absorb the people working in the agricultural sector. And D part, all of the above. Choose the correct alternative. Among these four, choose the correct alternative. The correct answer is C part, that the industrial sector and the service sector could not absorb the people working in the agricultural sector. This is the reason given in book, also in your NCERT, that this was the reason that we were unable to absorb people in the agricultural. There was disguised unemployment in agricultural sector, and industrial sector and service sector, they could not absorb the people working in the agricultural sector. The next question, choose the correct alternative. Arguments in favor of subsidies. Choose the correct alternatives given. To provide an incentive for adoption of new HYV technology by farmers. Second is, farming in India continues to be a risky business as it vitally depends on the monsoon. C part, eliminating subsidies will increase the inequality between rich and poor farmers and violate the goal of equity. And D part, all of the above. Which among the following alternatives are the arguments in favor of the subsidies? Choose the correct alternative. Among these four, choose the correct alternative. The correct answer is all of the above. All the three arguments are correct in favor of subsidies. Next question. Again, you have to choose among the following alternatives. The arguments against subsidies. First is that a huge burden on the government's finance. It does not benefit the target group. Fertilizers subsidy also benefit the fertilizer industry, and all of the above. You have to choose among the following alternatives that what are the arguments against the subsidies. So the correct answer of this question is all of the above. So all the arguments, that is a huge burden on the government finance, it does not benefit the large target group, and fertilizer subsidy also only benefiting fertilizer industry. These are the arguments against the subsidy. Now let's move to the next question. It says complete the following. The major policy initiative in agricultural sector were dash and dash. These initiatives helped India to become self-reliant in food grains and food grains production. You have to fill in the blank with the correct answer. Again, I am repeating, the major policy initiatives in agriculture sector were dash and dash, and these initiatives helped India to become self-sufficient in food grain production. The correct answer is land reforms and green revolution. To add on your knowledge, the land reforms which had taken place during this period of 1950 to 1990, it was abolition of zamindari system and land ceiling. Both these were the land reforms that had taken place, and the green revolution. Now let's come to the next question. Choose the correct alternative. Which of the following was the step taken by the government to ensure that the green revolution benefited small farmers also? A. The government provided loans at a low interest rate to small farmers. The government provided subsidized fertilizers. C. Both A and B. And D. The government reduced taxes on agricultural goods. Now, which is the correct option? A, B, C, and D. Steps taken by government to ensure that the green revolution benefited small farmers also. Yes, the correct answer is C part, both A and B, where the government has taken the following steps: provided loan at a low interest rate to small farmers and provided subsidized fertilizers to ensure that the green revolution benefited small farmers. Let's come to the next question. Choose the correct alternative. Which of the following is not a limitation of green revolution? There were few limitations of green revolution. Now you have to choose among these four alternatives at which one of the following is not a limitation of green revolution. First, it stands for green revolution, increase the inequalities between small and big farmers. Use of HYVCs primarily benefited the wheat growing region only. C part, the HYV crop were also more prone to attack by pests. D part, all of the above. Which of the following is not a limitation? It's not a limitation of green revolution. Please mark the word not a limitation of green revolution. You have to choose among the following options: A, B, C, and D. The correct answer of this question is all of the above, D part. See, these are not the limitations of green revolution, rather these are the benefit. or this has actually happened. It's not benefit, you can say. See, it increased the inequalities between small and big farmers. Yes, to some extent. Use of HYVCs primarily benefited wheat growing region only. Yes, it happened. They benefited wheat growing region only initially. And then HYV crop are prone to pest attack. Yes, they are prone to pest attack. So D part, all of the above is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Choose the correct alternative. Which of the following is not the benefit of green revolution? First, increase in marketed surplus. Second, increase in price of food grains. Third, buffer stock. Fourth, self-sufficiency in food grains. I repeat, which of the following is not a benefit of green revolution? First, increase in marketed surplus, increase in price of food grains, buffer stock, and self-sufficiency in food grains. So the correct answer is increase in price of food grains. B part is the correct option. This is not the benefit of the green revolution. Complete the following. The portion of agricultural produce which is sold in the market by the farmer is called dash. The portion of the agricultural produce which is sold in the market by the farmer is called dash. So the correct answer is marketable surplus. That is, the portion of agricultural produce which is sold in the market by the farmer is called marketable surplus. Next question, can complete the following. In the first phase, that is mid-1960s to mid-1970s of the Green Revolution, the use of HYV seeds was restricted to the more affluent states such as dash, dash, and dash, and benefited the dash growing region only. You have to name the crop in the fourth blank and name of the affluent states, 3 affluent states which were benefited in the first phase of Green Revolution, that is from mid-1960s to mid-1970s. So the correct answer is the 3 affluent states were Punjab, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, and this green revolution benefited the wheat growing region only. Next question, complete the following. The stagnation in agriculture during the colonial rule was permanently broken by the dash. This refers to the large increase in the production of food grains, especially wheat and rice, resulting from the use of dash. Fill up the blank with the correct answer. Take your time, fill up the blank with the correct answer. And the correct answer for both the blank is first, Green Revolution, and second, HYV seeds. We can revisit this question. The stagnation in agriculture during the colonial rule was permanently broken by the Green Revolution. This refers to a large increase in production of food grains, especially wheat and rice, resulting from the use of HYV seeds. Next question, choose the correct alternative. At independence, about dash of the country's population was dependent on agriculture. You have to choose the correct alternative, 65%, 70%, 75%, or 80%. At the time of independence, dash, that is how much percentage of population of the country was dependent on agriculture. 65%, 70%, 75%, 80%. And yes, most of you have got the correct answer. The correct answer is 75%. Next question, complete the following. Land reforms were successful in dash and dash because these states had government committed to the policy of land to the tillers. You have to fill in the blank with the correct answers. These land reforms were successful in 2 of the Indian states. Reason for the success of land reform was that the government of these states were committed to the policy of land to the tiller. You have to name those 2 states where land reforms were successful. The correct answer is Kerala and West Bengal. The correct answer is Kerala and West Bengal. The last question for the day, choose the correct alternative. The goal of equity was not fully served by land reforms because, first, in some areas, the former zamindars continued to own large areas of land by making use of some loopholes in the legislation. The big landlords challenged the legislation in the court, delaying its implementation. They use this delay to register their lands in the names of their close relatives, thereby escaping from the legislation. And C, even when the tillers got ownership of land, the poorest of the agricultural laborers, such as sharecroppers and landless laborers, did not benefit from the land reforms. D part, all of the above. And I think most of you have got the correct answer. That is the B option. All of the above is the correct answer. So hope you have enjoyed the quiz. In the next part of the quiz, we'll be taking the next section of this chapter, Indian Economy 1950 to 1990. The 2 leftover parts are industrial sector and your trade during that period. So we'll take up these 2 topics in our next quiz and we'll continue this series of these quizzes. Hope all of you have enjoyed. If you have any query, you can drop the query at the number given below, that is 965454 9863. This is a WhatsApp number. You can drop any query on this number. Thank you all. Thank you very much.